So, welcome back to this series on nature-based belief systems, and this will be the third video in the series. In the first video, we defined nature-based systems and explored their relationship with magic. In the second episode, we explored the mystical power of nature, looking at the Celtic concept of the Arwen and its equivalents across cultures. And then we looked at science to see if the theory of quantum potentiality could provide a rational explanation for these mystical powers. And so in this episode, we're going to cover the concept of animism and see just exactly where animism fits in to a nature-based belief system. So let's not beat about the bush with this, let's just get straight to it. What exactly is animism? Well, in short form, animism is simply the belief that everything in nature has a spirit. Rocks, mountains, lakes, rivers, everything has a spirit. To an animist, everything is alive. You might think that a little bit primitive at first. How can a mountain or a lake be alive? But when you think about it, then you realize that mountains and rivers and lakes, well, they all have a certain character about them. And it's this character that makes them special and unique. You may, for instance, see a river in the springtime as refreshing and serene, but in the winter that same river may be seen as being dangerous, angry, and foreboding. So just like people, places have a temperament and a character, and it's this character that defines the living spirit of the place. But it's more than just this. It's the belief that everything is interconnected into a greater consciousness. And people, animals, plants, and places, they all are just a part of this greater universal consciousness. So now that we understand the basic concept of animism, let's look at it in regards to its role in a nature-based system. And if you want some more detail about animism, well, I did a video a little while ago. And in that video, I speak about animism and the Celts. So if you want to watch that, I'll post a link to it up there somewhere and down there in the description. For nature-based systems, this idea of animism is a very core and fundamental concept. Nature itself is the divine intelligence of creation, and its life force runs through everything. As such, we're all a part of nature, and we all as individuals, along with everything else in nature, are just one part of a much bigger picture. And so all things in nature are seen as sacred and treated with due respect and reverence. This interconnection that I spoke about, the life force that connects everything together, was seen in Celtic spirituality as the Arwen, or the world of spirit. Or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that this intangible world, this world of the spirit, was seen more as the source of the life force, the Arwen. And as I've said many times on this channel before, it was the Celtic belief that everything was first created into the spirit world before it was realized into the material world. So everything is first perceived by this greater consciousness, the intelligence of nature, before it's actually manifest into a material existence. And this again fits very well with the theories of quantum mechanics And I've spoken about quantum mechanics and quantum potentiality before, so I'm not going to bore everyone else that's been watching the series with the same message. So the links, well, they'll be in the description, and you can go back and watch those videos to get a better understanding. So although I've been relating animism there to the Celts, this isn't a concept that was just restricted to the Celts. This is a concept that's found in indigenous cultures right throughout the entire world. Clearly, it's at the very core of shamanistic beliefs. It's this belief that everything is interconnected into this greater consciousness and contains this same life force that allows the shaman to be able to build those bridges and cross those bridges to be able to connect and communicate with the spirits of the natural environment. And it's these same spirits that even the Romans believed in, and they referred to them as the Genius Loci, or the local spirits, the spirits of the place. So what about in today's world and the modern world? Well, I think there's evidence to argue that there is this greater life force that permeates everything. Now, obviously, we can't see it as a talking rock or a friendly tree. We have to look at things in a more abstract way. And if we come back to the subject of quantum mechanics, and yes, I do know I speak a lot about quantum mechanics, and that's because there's a lot of very interesting things coming out of quantum mechanics at the moment. And I suggest to anybody that's really interested or fascinated about the way the world actually works, go to some of these sites where these books are readily available, and you can download these books, and there's some quite accessible books on these various places that you can download and get a good understanding of quantum physics without being too bogged down with the mathematics. And some of these theories do lend themselves quite well to this idea of an interconnected universe and a model of creation that supports the idea of everything first existing as energy before materialization. It's all very fascinating and mind-opening stuff. And so, with that, I thank you all for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you liked today's video, and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more, and unsubscribe if you're not. And with that, I'll see you again very soon on the next one.